Hello and welcome to Xbox On, and welcome to a brand new month. It's officially March, ladies and gents, and that means a fresh update video from us, with all the new releases, updates, and more you can expect on Xbox this March. 5 years ago this month, Moon Studios wowed us all with Ori and the Blind Forest, a beautiful Metroidvania game that tugged on our heartstrings and gave our thumbs a solid workout. And now they're back with Ori and the Will of the Wisps, a game that somehow looks better than its predecessor, whilst also boasting tighter combat and pitch-perfect platforming. A couple weeks ago, we got hands-on with the first couple of hours of Will of the Wisps, and we can confirm it's shaping up to be exactly the sequel we've all been hoping for. Be sure to check out our full videos on the reasons why you might want to clear your calendars on the 11th of March and prepare to be wowed all over again. Then, on the 24th, we've got a treat for all you multiplayer fans with the arrival of Bleeding Edge. This is a hero shooter with a twist, because you're just as likely to be hacking enemies with a machete or smacking them with a guitar as you are to be shooting them. Each character is completely unique, both in the sense of their combat abilities and that they're all brilliant weirdos. Like Cass with her robotic bird legs, or Kulev, who is a skeleton being steered around by a cyber snake god. If you want to get ahead of the crowd and figure out who your favourite hero is before the game's full launch, you can jump into the game's second closed beta weekend, kicking off on the 13th of March. The eagerly awaited continuation of everyone's favourite demon-destroying game is finally here. Become the Slayer in Doom Eternal with an arsenal of the latest demon-killing tech, such as a shoulder-mounted flamethrower, retractable wrist-mounted Doom Blade, and the Super Shotgun's new meat hook attachment. So, grab your BFG to vanquish demons and stop the ultimate destruction of humanity on March 20th. Plus, if you want some nostalgia on the side of your demon slaying, be sure to pre-order Doom Eternal to receive Doom 64 on release too. Looking upwards now to a sci-fi horror in the form of Funcom's new game, Moons of Madness. With your only hope of rescue light years away, you must face real-world fears enhanced by supernatural scares. Check out the first-person story-driven cosmic horror game on March 24th. Now for something a little different, coming from an Emmy award-winning writer. The Complex is an interactive sci-fi thriller movie which follows the story of two scientists locked in a laboratory after a major bioweapon attack on London. In this title, your choices and actions will lead to one of 8 dramatic endings, featuring the likes of Michelle Milette from Bad Blood, Katie Dickey from Game of Thrones, and you might just recognise another familiar face, our old friend Leah makes an appearance. Play The Complex from Wales Interactive from March 31st. And that's just a taste of the new games coming to Xbox during March. But there are a few more we wanted to give a quick mention to, including the most gigantic release of the month, Gigantosaurus the Game. Based on the animated series about a gang of dinosaurs, this is a fun, family-friendly action-adventure that will have you roaring and ready to play. And speaking of animated series, arriving on the 26th is One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. With fights that literally bring the house down, it's a great way of recreating the ridiculously overblown battles of the anime, and you can grab 3 fellow pirates to play in online co-op with Xbox Live. Sliding into home base later this month is RBI Baseball 20. The official game of the MLB, this latest installment promises the most authentic recreation of the sport ever seen on Xbox. Sounds like it should be a real catch for any baseball fans out there. It's also the beginning of a closed beta for Space Engineers, a survival sandbox game where your sandbox is the entirety of outer space. This beta is open to anyone who pre-orders the full game, out next month, which will also get you the full game 4 days early. So if you fancy blasting off early, pre-ordering is the place to be.
We thought our world would last forever. Until a single virus destroyed society in a few days.
And of course, March is bringing a ton of updates and downloadable content for your favourite existing games too. Tom Clancy's The Division 2 is making the move from Washington Apples back to the Big Apple with the Warlords of New York DLC. A former Division agent has gone rogue and recruited a band of highly skilled agents to execute his plans for chaos. They now hold control of Lower Manhattan, seeking to destroy the Division and society. So of course, it's your job to seek out these bad apples and juice them with the help of a few friends. Ahead of the launch of the new Greymore chapter to expand your Elder Scrolls Online adventure, comes the DLC game pack Harrowstorm on March 10th. Begin your journey to the dark heart of Skyrim and fight the terrible evil that has arrived in Tamriel. Supernatural storms swirl around the island of Icereach, where 2 new dungeons are now available to conquer to unlock new rewards such as powerful new gear sets, achievements, collectibles, and more. Available from the Crown Store this month. Coming on March 13th, get ready to experience a zombie survival like no other in the new and improved State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition. This update adds tons of new content like a brand new open world map named Providence Ridge, enjoy remastered graphics, customization options for your character, and new heavy weapons to help you and your friends survive the zombie apocalypse. Best of all, this is a completely free update for all existing owners of State of Decay 2, including all Xbox Game Pass members. Control was one of the best games of last year, but I think we can all agree it was also one of the weirdest. After all, how many games feature a giant talking pyramid as one of their main characters? And it's about to get weirder with the launch of the Foundation DLC, which is going to take us deeper into the history of the physics-defying oldest house and show us what lies beneath. Something completely normal, I'm sure. And as ever, a new month means 4 more games with gold. These are the titles you get totally free as part of your Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription to download and keep. So, what's on the menu for March? You might remember back in January that one of the games with gold titles for the month was Batman: The Telltale Series, a story game that introduces a brand new version of the Dark Knight. Well, now you can continue the story without having to spend a penny worth. Because the entire 5-part season of Batman: The Enemy Within is available on Games with Gold all month long. And speaking of follow-ups, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 is available until the 15th, which is good news for anyone who grabbed the original back in December's Games with Gold. This one picks back up with Gabriel Belmont, except after the events of the first game, he's now known as, wait for it, Count Dracula himself. So grab your cape, it's time to unleash some vampire vengeance on the world. And just in time for the big screen debut of everyone's favourite speedy blue hedgehog is Sonic Generations, available from the 16th through to the end of the month. This platformer hops between 2 eras of Sonic, classic 2D and modern 3D, without ever slowing down to catch a breath. And if that puts you in the mood for a bit more 2D platforming, then you'll want to grab Shantae Half-Genie Hero from the 16th of March until the 15th of April. Shantae can transform into everything from an elephant to a blobfish to help her navigate the levels. Imagine what she could do if she was all genie.
You can't fool a friend. You are the Batman.
Finally, what about Xbox Game Pass titles for March? Well, we've already mentioned a few games from Xbox Game Studios that we know are joining the library this month. We've got Bleeding Edge, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and State of Decay 2's Juggernaut update. They're all coming straight to Xbox Game Pass for PC and console. And there are sure to be a ton more announcements this month, so keep an eye on the channel to find out all of the latest additions to Xbox Game Pass as they happen. And that's all the amazing Xbox news that we know about for March. As ever, there's sure to be a ton of surprises, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, tell us what you're most looking forward to, and smash a like. We'll 100% be playing Ori, Doom, and Bleeding Edge over on our Mixer channel, so be sure to swing by there and say hi. We'll see you next time. Bye!